You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching Paper Girls Season 1. This is a brand new series on Amazon. This is also based off of a comic or a graphic novel, I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. And if you are a fan of the Paper Girls like comic or whatever the source material, let me know if this is accurate or it just completely does its own thing. Yeah. So based off the first trailer that I saw from this series, I was like, this looks like a Stranger Things knockoff. But instead of four boys, you got four girls, and it takes place in the 80s and stuff like that. This is 88. Really interesting story. We get introduced to our first character, Erin, the one that's to the far left. You know, she's the Asian character, and she's the new girl getting ready to work her first job at 12, which is I'm pretty sure that was illegal at the time. I don't know. But she has a mom that's always concerned about her, and just you definitely kind of see how people treated Asians or just other minorities and stuff at that time. She gets her first kind of feel for that. But then this is where we meet the rest of the group, because she's on her paper route. Now the second person that we get introduced to is Tiff. She's the black girl, and she's pretty much the brains of the group. She's the smartest one, and I think she is the most important part of the overall story. Then we also have characters like Mac. She's kind of like the more tomboyish character. Then you got KJ, where she is kind of more of the preppy, into sports, comes from like a rich background. So it's a nice, like, diverse group of just personalities. They all kind of have attitudes and stuff to it. At that age, at 12, I could see that happening. But what ends up happening is this is like the night after Halloween. Like, it's shortly after Halloween, and I don't know why these little ass kids are out here delivering papers, but whatever. Something happens where they go to like this house that's being built, right? Because they think somebody's trying to play a prank on them or something like that, because somebody steals something from Aaron or whatnot, and they go chasing after them. Then all of a sudden, they get transported into the future, into 2019. And then this is where things get pretty interesting, because what we learn now is these characters can find their future self, or they come across their future selves. And the time traveling is always kind of weird, any type of way that you put it, because you can really make your own rules and stuff like that. But them meeting their future selves or future loved ones, I feel like that was the dopest part about this series, or at least this first season, is getting those character moments. Watching young Aaron talking to adult Aaron was really dope. And that's a theme of this first season as well. It's just like, would you be okay meeting your future self? Because some people, got excited because they don't know what the future holds. With Mac's case, her brother is doing really well, became a doctor. But at the drawback to it is that she died at some point in her life, and that kind of spooks her. That spooks a lot. And episode 5 really showed you kind of like some stakes. You have also this other character named Larry, that kind of is the person that explains what's going on with the whole different time traveling people and what's really going on. Essentially, think of the people called the Old Watch. That's like the big bad of the series. Think of them as the TVA, but better. Because the TVA, they'd use like prongs or whatever the hell to just zap you out. No, these people, this new old order or whatever the fuck, they use dinosaurs, and that's fucking cool. And you definitely get to see some. That was really cool. Don't expect nothing crazy from the effects. I think the effects are really bad in this. Really generic. Like, they have this like whole pink kind of filter at times whenever, there's this like weird thing going on with the universe. It's really not explained thoroughly, in my opinion, I think. And it's probably on purpose, considering they want to probably do a season 2 based on how this ended. You also have Adina Porter in here as our one of the antagonists. And man, that was such a waste for me. I don't even want to talk about that, because like, she came in really intimidating, and then just those last 2 episodes really kind of brought the season down for me. Even though I do feel like season 2 is going to be interesting, considering how it ended with our our characters kind of split up now. We know where Aaron and Tiff are, but we don't know where KJ and Mac are. But I just like all the different character moments we get with our younger characters with their future counterparts and stuff like that, and them learning stuff from one another and possibly being able to change it. And that's what I'm saying, like, don't think about, like, because they always tell you in time travel you shouldn't meet your future self because it might change something, and it very much might do that. In that case, it might not be what you are expecting, especially with characters like Tiff, where she's smart, she's always wanted to go to MIT, then she meets a future version of herself, and it's nothing that she expected. So yeah, man, there's some cool humor in here. I just feel like it feels a bit hollow at points. The first, I would say, 6 episodes were pretty damn strong. I could see some characters getting on people's nerves, like Mac. Mac definitely got on my nerves a lot of the times. It's just became an annoyance. When she tones that down, she's a really interesting character. I'm curious to see where they take her and KJ's arc and stuff like that, and KJ as well. Dealing with being lesbian and stuff like that. So yeah, man, there's a lot of interesting things going on with this series. It definitely was better than I expected. It still has a lot of flaws, a lot of issues that I have problems with. Obviously, it's not perfect. If you're a fan of this series, like I said, as far as the comics go, or if you've watched all 8 episodes, let me know your thoughts on this. Did this was this a home run for Amazon? Was this show kind of mid to you? Was it completely trash? I want to know all your feelings. This is just kind of my first take, just after watching it. Overall, thought it was a cool series, has some interesting ideas. As far as the time eras that we go into, I think that's another thing that is really lacking. Other than that, I feel like you could definitely find some enjoyment out of it. You probably will get some laughs out of the ridiculousness and just the absurdity of a lot of the different characters, especially like the real big bad. I don't know how I feel about him right now. So yeah, till next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.